goodness. Hello. It's been an awfully long time since I set up my camera and filmed something. It's April 8th, 2025. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even think this camera worked anymore because I I pulled out the battery and I was gonna charge it, right, to see if it worked. And I was like, there's no battery charger in here, you know, like I have some Canon cameras I use at work, and they have that thing that you know, put the battery in and then you plug it into the wall, right, the adapter or whatever. And there was no adapter, and so I was like, maybe I need to find one or find some replacement batteries or something. So I went on this journey of like trying to find the adapter for this camera, and I came up on absolutely nothing. And I was like, what the heck? Is it just completely obsolete? I was like, this camera, I mean, it's like old, but it's like 10 years old. That is actually a long time. But still, I was like, I should be able to find this freaking adapter. Like, is it really that bad? It's not that old. Anyways, long story short, I was thinking about it and I was like, maybe I never had an adapter because I just charged the camera, like I charged the battery straight from the camera. And so I was looking at it and there's two plugs and I was like, oh, and I had to find a cord that fit this camera to charge it. But I found one and I plugged it in and it started charging. And so now here we are using this camera again, and I'm actually pretty excited. The only thing that's bad about this camera is the autofocus. It's really bad. Like, I don't know how to fix it. But I still love this camera. I took it with me when I studied abroad. It was really fantastic, small, portable, and I don't know, something about it is nostalgic. I like talking to it. It's different than filming with, you know, your brick over here, your brick phone, even though this does a better job at filming in some aspects, like I said, with the autofocus or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I am starting, or I've been starting, transitioning to a new part of my life where I try and focus more on what I can have, like, tangibly. So I went through this whole episode of watching videos on YouTube about how we don't own anything anymore. Everything is subscription based now, like literally everything. And like to the point where Nintendo came out with the Switch 2 and people are all pissed off because the Mario Kart world is costing like $80 or $90, and even if you buy a physical copy of it, you're not getting a physical game cartridge, you're getting like a download link. So if Nintendo ever decides they want to take back their game, they can take it back. They can delete it from your $500 Nintendo 2 Switch, whatever. And that's horrifying. Because we work so hard for our money and to live good lives and collect things that make us happy in this short life of ours. And for things that you would seemingly value and cherish and want to hold on to or pass down to your children or play with your friends or what have you, to be like in the cloud, possibly taken away, because we have heard stories of things getting taken away. I mean, everyone knows when your favorite show gets sold to another company, like you can no longer watch it and then now you have to go subscribe to that new company, right? It sucks. And I'm over it, frankly. So, you know, what does that mean? I want to try to get away from this as much as possible. It's extremely hard, and obviously there's no way in this day and age to do it 100%. My job fully requires that I have a smart device. Maybe that means getting like the cheapest smart device possible and using that to be able to get into my email and my online documents and my whatever. And then, you know, downgrading to a dumb phone I don't know yet, but I'm trying to figure out what that looks like for me, because this just ain't it. This just ain't it, honestly. This thing should not cost over $1,000. And with the way the economy is and the tariffs and all that, like, it's scary that, you know, smartphones are going to be even more expensive than they already are. Smart devices, technology, you know, whatever. And our world, our society is so reliant on technology now. It's truly becoming an issue because, you know, at work, I am seeing people who are choosing to use AI instead of using their own brains. And it's like, yes, I believe in AI, that it is good in some aspects, but you are still the human being. You still need to review things with your own human brain and your own perceptions and thoughts and ideas, and use it as a tool, not as a replacement. So that's been going on. But yeah, so I've started to transition away from my phone. The biggest subscription that I've had since I was in college was Spotify. There is Spotify, and I moved to Spotify from iTunes after, for like the third time, iTunes deleted my entire library on my iPod. And I was over it. I was so over it at that time. I was so frustrated and angry that it had lost all of this music, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And so that's why I made the move to Spotify initially, right? And so I've been relying on that for 10 plus years. And what really brought this to light was watching a YouTube video. I'll see if I can link it down in the description if you want to watch it, if I can find it. But this person was talking about how we will forever, for the rest of our lives, pay for these subscriptions. When in reality, I mean, at least while it's still available, it's still an option, you can purchase music and own it and not have to pay for it every single month for the rest of your life. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've gone back to, and Carlos has been making fun of me for it because he's like, what age are we living in? But you know, this is the age. It's time to go back to the basics. So I have been buying CDs. This was one of my favorites as a kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had her poster on my wall. This one, I loved her. The Weeknd, we love The Weeknd. And it's really cool because, you know, there's some like cool artwork in here. I just bought albums randomly, like Post Malone, Selena Gomez, this one, Dr. Hook. This is an oldie but a goodie. Lady Gaga, you know, like I've just picked some at random. Oh, by the way, these, Lady Gaga, Selena, and Posty maybe? No, yes. I can't remember. I think it was these 3. I got at Target. So they actually still sell CDs in the store. They also sell camcorders and disposable cameras, which I had no idea. I went because I needed a micro SD card for this camera, and I saw them and I almost bought a disposable camera, but then I had to think to myself, also got this one. I had to think to myself about how I was going to develop them, if and when I would eventually develop them, you know. So anyway, so I started getting CDs, physical CDs. And in order to like actually listen to them, I had to buy I'm gonna unplug it, an external CD driver to be able to like listen to it on my computer. It's so stupid, but it's like, you know, they sell them at Best Buy. They're not too, I mean, they're pretty inexpensive, honestly. And, oh my gosh, I can't plug it back in. Okay, 1 second. I have to show you my MP3 player. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had to grab my MP3 player. Anyways, okay. I did a lot of reviews, or look through a lot of reviews for the MP3 player I wanted to get. And originally, I was really into the idea of getting a modded, upgraded, whatever, refurbished iPod, because I freaking loved my iPod. My iPods, I think I had multiple. I loved my iPod so much, and I really wanted one, but the one that I had was an iPod Nano, and I think those are like next to impossible to refurbish because Apple, for whatever reason, decided to put the battery behind the screen and they swell up after not being used for so long. So if I were to get one, it would pretty much be impossible. I mean, it would be really expensive, I think. But I was looking at other generations. The 5.5, I think, is the best one to mod. It's like the easiest, but it was gonna cost for everything I wanted because I was like, if I'm gonna mod it, I might as well go all out and you know, get all the upgrades and everything. And so it was gonna cost like $600, $700, $800 because I wanted to get the Bluetooth. I wanted to put an AirTag in it in case it got lost. I don't know if it had like Wi-Fi capability. I don't know. But yeah, it was gonna be really expensive. Anyway, so I was like, well, what's out there today that has Bluetooth? Mostly it was just Bluetooth, I think. Has Bluetooth that is not that expensive. And so I started doing reviews, and what I landed on was the Hi-Fi Walker 2. I think this is this 2. Here it is. It's pretty small, pocket size, you know. It's cute. She's cute. She has physical buttons here, and you can click them. Isn't that great? There's a micro SD card in here, and then it has an audio jack, a USB-C charger, and an outgoing aux jack. Funny story about that too. My mom and I had to go down south to visit some family, and I wanted to play this in the car. It does have Bluetooth, and I had connected it to my car just fine with the Bluetooth, but for my mom's car, which ironically is older, it was not having it connecting to the Bluetooth. So I was trying to find an aux cord, and I was like, oh, where can you get an aux cord? At the gas station. Wrong. I could not find a freaking aux cord anywhere. And I was like, oh my God, these are like actually obsolete almost. That's crazy. I did end up finding one, and we plugged it in and it worked fantastic. But yeah, it was weird. But anyways, to listen to this, I have my Sony WX 4000 something or other headphones that are really good. But what's better than those is an actual device that you can plug in. So, and I've sort of become an audiophile. I've gone down that road now. So I have these, which are great. These are Gudetama sticker. These are really good. These are the DT770 Studio 80 ohms OHM by Bayer Dynamics, I believe, or not, maybe. Yes, Bayer Dynamic. These are really good. They're not noise canceling, but they kind of are in their own sense. But I got these because I really wanted to, like, this is another thing I learned. With Spotify and streaming services and anything that's over the air, basically, like Bluetooth, you're actually losing a lot of quality of the music. And I love music. So I started kind of playing around with the levels or whatever. But I found that you won't really hear what the artist intended unless you use a, goodness, what is it called? No, a FLAC file, right? The audio has to be in FLAC files. So long story short, I got this. I've been buying high quality audio FLAC files, also converting to FLAC, and nice, they're obviously not the most expensive, but nicer wired headphones that I can actually hear the music really well through. And this has been great. I'm still adjusting to using it. I haven't gotten rid of Spotify just yet. I'm kind of like, allowing myself to transition, right? Because I've used it for so many years. I have all my playlists, whatever. But I do find that I really enjoy using this. So that's, you know, what I've been up to, I guess. I also got some other albums the other day at this place in Fort Worth. It's called Doc's Records. It's pretty cool. They have all kinds of vintage stuff, all the music you could want. I got Queen. Love Queen. This was $20 for their greatest hits, 2 CDs. But over time, I don't have to pay for this ever again. You know what I mean? Unless I like crack it or something and I don't have the file saved. Carlos wanted me to get Kanye. And I know some songs from these, but I never listened to it. Jay-Z. This is also 2 discs. Oh, and Foster the People. This is a fantastic album if you've never listened to it. Everybody knows Pumped Up Kicks, but like every song on this album is great. So I'm super excited to download those, import them. Ooh, that's so fun. Flea market. Okay, wait, I want to sell at the flea market. April 12th. That's this weekend. Doc's is having a music party. That's so fun. I wonder if I can sell it there. Anyways, the other things that I've been doing is getting into keychain making and charms, beadable pens, all these kinds of things. Over the past however many years, I have sold crafty things like t-shirts and whatnot, and I'm pretty good at it. I just never really have the time to do it all the time. But I started getting into beadable things. Oh, someone texted me, 1 second. Sorry, I had a work thing I had to take care of and I completely forgot what I was talking about. So, oh, I'm getting into keychain and beads and stuff, right? Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Let me show you some things that I have made. So I got like some cutie pens. Wait. I got some cutie pens here. They were sparkly. There's one. Here's another one. Oh, let me find a different one. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Look how cute. So cutie. So those are some pens. I also have some like small keychains that are cute. And then I have like my big keychains. These are just little small ones. Little small ones. And then I have big keychains. Oh, I have some right here. Like these. That are really cute in my opinion. I mean, I did make them, but they're just so fun, and you put them on your phone. I don't have the attachment in the back of my phone, but you put them on your phone like this, and then you can, like, you know, use it to hold on to your phone. Or whatever you want to put it on. You can put it on other things like bags. But I've been really getting into that. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I've been up to. In addition to that, I'll be finishing school hopefully in December. I have to get on my data collection. I mean, my data analysis. I've already collected my data. I had to get on my data analysis now, but we'll get into that later this month. So anyways, yeah. Also, I just thought about this. The audio for this video might be awful. I have some good microphones that I need to find. Yeah. And I also have my like actual, I don't know if I can pull it, if it's gonna have like my nice studio mic here. But that's a weird setup because it doesn't plug directly into this camera because this camera is teeny. And it's old, so I don't know, we'll figure something out. But yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to make a video because I kind of miss it, and I don't know, something about actually talking to a camera, like a real camera instead of a phone, feels nice. it feels better. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to get back to how things were 10 years ago when, I don't know, we didn't just have one tool that did it all. Some things are better left separate, you know? But yeah, so this is my new adventure with a physical camera. Well, not a physical camera, with a camera like that's meant to only be a camera, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so thanks for watching this video, and I hope I'll see you in another one, if I make one. Hopefully I will. But anyways, I also want to show you my Pacha. He is so freaking cute. Look at him, he's a Pacha. Come on, focus camera. Maybe I need it. Yes. Look at him. He is so cute. He's a Pacha. He also has his little balloons. Look. Look, he's a Pacha. I love him. Okay, anyways, bye.